Well, let's talk about the Monday Night Football game.
Do we have to?
Well, yeah, we will, because, obviously
I just woke up.
It's going to leave a mark. It's left a mark. and we'll look at it from the top down, first of all. The NFC standings, the Eagles wound up being 1 going into the game because they were off last week when everybody else lost in front of them. And they're still 1 now. 1 game over the Seahawks. I don't want to bore you with the details of the tie breaks. And the Rams, they're 1. And the Packers drop all the way from first place in their division to third place in their division. They're 7th overall now. And the Bears are in second place in the NFC North and have some, wait for it, wild card cushion.
Here we go.
That's what the final score of last night's 10-7. Sometimes difficult to watch, but exhilarating sometimes nonetheless, Monday Night Football contest in Lambeau Field. We'll take it one team at a time here. And, of course, we have to start with the defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles, who are now 7-2, with a dynamite Super Bowl caliber defense. Oh my God, do they have a terrific defense. I think it was funny last night, Joe Buck, when the Monday Night Football broadcast was introducing the defense of Philadelphia, and he basically said, here's the defense, the Philadelphia Eagles. Most of them played from Georgia. Most of them from Georgia. And he's not wrong. Yeah. Nolan Smith got activated before the game last night. He's been hurt. Georgia. Yeah. Okay. Jalen Carter, who is one of the best, if not arguably the best at his position, a game wrecker of the A++ variety from the middle of the defensive line.
Where'd he go?
Georgia. Hey, Christopher, we loved this guy when he was playing for Georgia. N'Kobe Dean is back
everywhere
and healthy, and he's making open field tackles. One that he made on Josh Jacobs in the fourth quarter last night in the middle of the field. And he also was the one on the sack of Jordan Love. Ball popped up in the air, and he tried to slap it at Josh Jacobs, but it was a fumble. And, of course, you know who recovered this fumble? The guy who Howie Roseman acquired from the Miami Dolphins for a third-round pick that we were wondering, anybody else want to throw a third-round pick at the Miami Dolphins for Jalen Phillips? Anybody? Bueller? I understand that reference, pop culture reference, probably lost on the USC students
here.
Give
them credit, Rich. They go to USC.
Well, but they don't take a day off. Like Ferris Bueller, that's the reference I was. Okay, I got some thumbs up. I don't feel that old. Listen, anybody else want to flip a 3 because it's going to be better than Philadelphia is more likely than not. Miami would have said sold, and anybody who didn't is got to be looking at. Oh, so Jalen Phillips recovers that fumble. Oh, okay, he's not part of this Philadelphia defense. And the back end. What, Quinyanamo Bay, right? Is that what it is called?
Is that what they're calling it?
And Cooper DeJean and the rest of those guys in the back end?
Well, you know what McAfee calls him?
Amazing whites.
Exciting whites.
Exciting whites.
Yeah.
So close.
Well, I mean, that's the photograph in your local wine shop. Okay, so defensively, check the box. There are some box checking of the Philadelphia Eagles that I think we've come to see in their Super Bowl window era of Nick Sirianni, okay? And one of them is, more likely than not, terrific defense. Okay, Vic Fangio's dialing it up, the whole business. And then it's just offensively, they're mystifying. They mystify you. Outside of running it through Saquon Barkley for 2,000 yards plus in last year's campaign, it's like if he's not working, it's just not working. And it looks brutal. It looks completely like tooth pulling for first downs. And Jalen Hurts for whatever reason, on 3rd and long, isn't even targeting A.J. Brown or Devontae Smith. There were multiple 3rd and longs last night, and he's just like checking it down. He's not even checking out what's going on. A.J. Brown, 2 catches in the first half, bupkis in the second half. So, it then leads to the now seemingly weekly occurrence of a press conference of what's up with the offense, Jalen Hurts, and then he'll give you a soundbite where it's all business and it gives you nothing else to hang your hat on. Hit it.
When we look at ourselves in the mirror, it's not a capability thing. It's not a capability thing at all. It's, we're very confident in what we can do. We just got to go out there and play at a high level more consistently. And, I think this game was a perfect example of what it could be when we take advantage of our opportunities, and then when we don't control the things that we can, how they can hinder us.
Anybody? You pick something up there?
I'm getting sick of this, dude.
Don't get sick of it.
I mean,
because he's your Super Bowl MVP from last year, and he could be again this year. And
no chance.
No chance. Because guess what? Another earmark of an Eagles game is weird stuff. And I just gave you some weird stuff. The weird stuff. Weird stuff like we're going to run tush pushes, and this league is so on the officiating to officiate this stuff right. And the first tush push against the team that tried to legislate it out of football happens 3 snaps into the first drive for the Philadelphia Eagles. And one of their offensive linemen is clearly moving before the snap.
Clearly moving. He was in the defensive line.
And the officials who have been told to be on their P's and Q's for this are staring right down the line. And all the 19 4K cameras that ESPN has on this line of scrimmage is capturing a clear false start. And they don't call it.
It's embarrassing.
And then at the end of the game, after watching all the teeth getting pulled on offense, the Philadelphia Eagles defense gets another turnover on a run play on 4th down, with the Packers having the ball at the end of the game with a chance to tie it and force overtime. They get another turnover, this Eagles defense, on a play that Josh Jacobs said the Eagles were calling out before the snap. Again, we'll talk about the Packers later on in this hour. The Eagles get the ball back. They got to run out the clock best they can. They've got Saquon Barkley to do it. They've got to burn through the Packers timeouts first. At one point, they throw it.
Like, what did they do?
But that's in the previous possession that eventually led to Green Bay having a chance to tie it, only to fumble it back to the Philadelphia Eagles. Now they're just going to run Saquon Barkley all the way to 4th down, at which point, with the Packers out of timeouts, but the Eagles need to burn off the last 30 seconds on 4th down, do they punt it?
Nope.
Do they just run Jalen Hurts around before maybe getting him up the field? Something to burn some time off? I would have punted it. Instead,
try again.
This is when he decides to target A.J. Brown.
Hey, why not?
On a deep ball down the left side. That's as 50-50 coin flip as you possibly can get when this analytics-driven franchise clearly has a percentage on a way a punt would work out. I'm not a next-gen stats guy. I'm imagining the odds of percentages were better than 50-50 of the punt working out.
You would assume.
Probably 90.
And that's the way the Packers get the ball back, needing only 20 yards or 30 yards to get a decent field goal shot. No timeouts left. I don't get that decision at all. Let's see if the explanation from the head coach lends any more clarity than the quarterback did about the offensive struggles.
I would have liked to be in a little closer to kick a field goal, but the closer we would have got, the more, again, you play every situation a little bit differently, but I think it was into the wind on that one. I knew the kick would have to be a little bit lower trajectory, of a kick on that particular one. I got a lot of faith in our offense. It didn't work out on this one. I stand put on that decision. Especially being up 3, because you go up 6, they're still going to need a touchdown, being a Hail Mary, everything like that. So we would have ended the game if we would have got that, and I got a lot of faith in our guys to be able to do that.
Now, again, this is a simulcast on the radio. And, dead air doesn't do well on the radio.
No.
But after hearing that, I just have to say. What? What? What?
Huh?
What?
Huh? Huh?
What?
It's like the Nick Young Swaggy P gif of like, huh?
I don't understand that at all. But it leads to the last check mark of Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl era window opening type of football. They won. They won, and Nick Sirianni wins his 55th career game as head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles. That is tied for the 5th most all-time by a head coach in their first 5 career seasons. The only ones with more. Mike Smith, how about them apples back in the day with the Falcons?
Interesting.
Okay, Matt LaFleur, who's losing last night, has everybody questioning his job status, even to his face in the post-game press conference.
Fair.
2 fewer than Paul Brown with 57 and George Seifert with 62. Win. W. Put up the NFC standings one more time, if you wouldn't mind, Mr. Hoskins, and I'll explain to the radio audience. There's no photographs attached to that. No photographs of the offensive struggles or the weird decisions and the tush pushes that they get away with movement before, and Saquon Barkley coming in and out of the game, and A.J. Brown not getting targets, and Devontae Smith getting one and coming up with the one touchdown necessary. Yada, yada, yada. They win.
Yeah, but who are you picking in a game against the rest of the teams behind them? You're not picking the Eagles.
I get it until the Eagles do show up and put it all together.
Well, that's a pretty big if.
Or they don't. You could say that all you want, pal.
And I'm going to keep doing it.
They're 7-2.
Yeah.
Yep. They could be, I don't know, 3-5-1.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the 11th seeded Dallas Cowboys at present. Or the Packers at 5-3-1.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, 5-1-1. Once upon a time, the team that eviscerated the Detroit Lions in their home in week 1.
Yeah, that's the preseason. Their ship be
Only
sinking.
now to lose back-to-back games against the Panthers and Eagles at home. Again, we'll talk about the Packers later on. But the Philadelphia Eagles, despite the weirdness and the wildness and the head-scratching and the this, that, but the only earmark of the more recent days of the Super Bowl window that has yet to appear is the passive-aggressive proverb being posted by A.J. Brown post-game, which he has yet to do or chooses not to do. Oh, I looked before the show,
You
Chris.
did? Okay, good.
It's not there.
Okay.
There's nothing there. Although I only looked on one social media site. I haven't scrubbed them all, but that's part of your
I'll check some
your
others.
end of the business, Chris.
Here we go.
Hasn't happened yet.
Let's see, 1K.
Maybe that'll happen. But say what you will, the Philadelphia Eagles are atop the NFC entering Week 11 as they are next up against the Detroit Lions on Sunday Night Football. Holy smokes. That game, in case you're wondering, is in fact in Philadelphia. Before they visit Dallas again to try and sweep the Cowboys, that Bears game the day after Thanksgiving gets better and better every single week, making that visit to Philadelphia for Al Michaels more than just about one of his favorite 4 seasons. And then there's the Monday Nighter here against the Chargers, our neighbors across the way. Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.